1, 2, 3, 4.
Drink that here. It's time to rock. Welcome back to the fireside. Little trip down memory lane. Smoking the first pipe that I bought when I took up the pipe again 18 months ago. A Missouri Meerschaum country gentleman. I don't smoke my cobs often enough. And I know a lot of people, certainly see people in the UK pipe community, they don't like them, they say they've never smoked one. But I love them. I mean, it's a corn cob. It's a hollowed out corn cob. You're smoking a bowl of tobacco in it. I think it's fascinating. I hope they make them forevermore. And in it I'm smoking some, you have to take my word for it because I haven't got the packet here, some Orlick Dark Strong Kentucky. We've got a bit of a southern states there. Forgive Americans, please forgive my ignorance of American geography. Does Kentucky count as a southern state or is it central or whatever? And I'm drinking, once again, Young's Special London Ale. Cheers, good health. I hope you're all well. That hits the spot. And I'm listening, if you excuse me a second. I'm not sure you know who it is. It's the Killer. I'm going out. This is an album of his that's out of print now. I bought it when it came out in 1979. It was his comeback album. He'd been with Mercury for many, many years and then he switched label to Elektra, and this was his first album with Elektra. It didn't do well commercially, although it was critically well acclaimed. He was going through some terrible things at the time. Really, really terrible. He's had quite a life. Oh, Jerry Lee Lewis, of course, the Killer, Jerry Lee Lewis. I think his father was seriously ill and he died later that year. Jerry Lee, due to his lifestyle, had health problems of his own. He was going through a divorce. The IRS were chasing him for unpaid tax. Poor bugger. But yeah, so he changed label because he felt he got a bit stale at Mercury and moved to Elektra, and this was his comeback there. So I think I've already said it's out of print now. If you get a chance to get hold of a copy, treat yourself. It's a great album. It's been rock and roll, R&B, country, good old Louisiana boogie-woogie. He's got a great band with him. He's got the legendary James Burton on guitar. one of the best guitar players ever. It's untitled, it's just Jerry Lee Lewis. But it's basically known as the Electra album. Bit of fancy artwork there on the cover. There's the man himself. And the funny thing is, I've only just bought this off eBay. So I bought it when it came out in 1979, and then about 6 years later I was living in a small flat up in East London, very small flat. It was in a new build, they were tiny, and next door to me there was this guy living who was an engineer, and his family were all up north in England. And so he bought this flat and he stayed down here because he was working on some major architectural developments around the East End of London and Liverpool Street Station. And he had the flat so he could stay down in the week and then go home to his family at the weekend. And we used to go out for a few beers together. And then at one time I played in this album and he loved it and so asked, can I borrow it? Never saw it again. That was about 30 years ago, about 86, 87. And I've thought about it a lot, and I know so it's been out of print, and then now I've got the turntable back. I went on eBay and I got this copy, which is like mint condition, for just a few pounds. And it's so good to have it back. Whatever you might think about Jerry Lee Lewis's personal life, and he did do a few dodgy things. Great musician, of course still alive, blimey. After the life he's lived, that's a wonder in itself. In his early 80s now, I think. When I met my wife to be, I sold that flat, which is a relief. So it's a tiny little box. And there was a young woman, that's the disadvantage of living in flats. There was a young woman in the flat above me. Had quite an active private life. Quite an active and very vocal private life. And it was the second time, because the flat I just moved on, I'd had the same thing. Anyone that's lived in a flat or an apartment might know what I mean. You know, you're prone to the knock-on effect of how your people around you live. Yeah, it's funny when you're sitting on a Sunday afternoon trying to have a read of the paper. It's just jealousy. That's all, it was just jealousy on my part. I wanted to offer an apology. Cheers. I watched the playback of my last video for some reason. Just so I do like looking at myself on camera. Feasting my eyes on my beautiful visage. But I noticed I've got ads on it. And I'd be grateful if you could tell me in the comments down below how often ads appear on my stuff and how irritating you find it. I don't monetize my videos, I never have, I never will. The problem is the music. Because I play the music in the background, it's copyrighted. And so you're allowed to play it, certain things you can't, you'll get completely banned. But stuff like this, you You can play it, but of course it's copyrighted, and so YouTube will therefore slap ads on it. I won't know as the maker of the video, excuse me, that they've done it, but they'll slap ads on it. Get a hold of a copy of this album. Yeah, they'll slap ads on it, and the idea is that the pitiful amount of revenue generated from my videos will go to the copyright holder of the music. I don't get anything, but I'm a bit concerned in case you're finding these things popping up all the time and they're irritating. So as I say, I'd be grateful if you'd let me know down below if they are or not, if they're always coming up and you don't like it, and maybe I'll have to rethink my approach and maybe stop playing the music, I don't know. So please let me know in the comments down below. I always check the copyright situation with the music I play, because there was one video I made that got two videos I made. One had some Beatles playing in the background, worldwide copyright ban, and the other one I was filming out in the back garden, and I had the kitchen window open and I had some Led Zeppelin playing indoors. Went to upload the video, worldwide copyright ban. But I know ads can be a bit of a nuisance, you know, we don't want to see them. We don't want to see them on our YTPC videos, do we, boy? Hey? Hey? He is there. I'm not talking to myself. I want to say thank you to all of you that have checked in with me, because I'm aware I've been absent for a couple of weeks. I went for, just a very, very quick update, I went for my biopsy a week ago yesterday, Friday the 19th. Was glad to get it out of the way. Suffered a huge amount of stress and anxiety in the lead up to it. And was hoping that once that was done, then I'd have a couple of weeks respite while I waited for the result. But for a start, a couple of days afterwards, I felt the after effects of the general anaesthetic. Step away from the camera. That's it, over there. So I was feeling a bit woozy for a couple of days afterwards, and then the old depression kicked in. Which I suppose is understandable. I was watching a video a few months back by Tom, Northwest Pipe Smoker. I love his videos. And he was being checked for a potentially serious health issue. And he's a couple of years younger than me. But the thing is that when you get to a certain age, you know, when these things crop up, it's almost inevitable that you sort of start to dwell on your mortality. So I think that's what sent me on a downward spiral. But anyway, I go in for the result on Tuesday the 6th of Feb, so I've got another week and a half to go before I hear the outcome. There's nothing that lifts your spirits though like playing some good music. You know, I don't know what we do without music. Really, I don't. Yeah. Any road up, I'm up to 16 minutes and this was only going to be a short one, as usual. As usual. You're going to look at the camera. Handsome boy. So that's it for me for this week. But maybe another one tomorrow, but that's next week. As I say, if you love a bit of just good, uncomplicated music, get yourself a copy of this album. I tell you, there's a track on the other side called I Wish I Was 18 Again. And if you're a man of a certain age, as I am, and you can listen to that without crying into your beer, you've got a heart of stone. So it only remains for me to wish you good health. Hope you're having a good weekend. And I think I'll check it again tomorrow. Really enjoying smoking this pipe again and this tobacco, this dark, strong Kentucky. And please do let me in the comments down below know whether Kentucky is a southern state or not. I don't want to offend anyone. Cheers, take care all. Nice to speak to you again after a break. Oh, it's the spot. Ta-da.